we got it all sanded down. Not too fine. We're at 180 grit right now. But I have exposed a couple of these pinholes all over here. And so what we're going to do to fill those is use this glazing and spot putty from Bondo. So basically, according to the instructions, basically just going to open it up and then spread it on in really thin coats on the areas with a spreader. So I've got the spreader. I actually have a spreader now. I found it. So we're going to use that to take care of this. So I'm going to squeeze a little on. I haven't actually used this stuff before, but I assume it's pretty basic. Basically just going to schlaz that on. They recommend really thin coats. But I'm going to try to just squish it into the holes that have holes. There's another, and a whole bunch of small pinholes over here. Closer you get to this stuff, the more you'll see it. But I'm going to use this for now, and then we'll take care of it. Basically what I can't get right now will be taken care of with the filler primer. And thin spot over there. That opened. Hopefully I'm not blocking you too much. Let me actually move you over here now. There. Now the door's not in the way. So take care of all of that. Stuff starts, this is already starting to dry, so dry time on this is about 20 minutes, so not too bad. But unlike the Bondo, I assume this stuff doesn't actually have any real like body of its own, so it's probably pretty mushy. But just going to go through it and fill in all the small pinholes that I'm seeing. I mean, this isn't going to be a showroom finish, but still want it to look at least close to factory. Definitely smells like spray paint. There are some VOCs in this. All right. Alrighty then. I think that's pretty good for now. I'm going to let this dry, then sand it back again, and then I think it'll be time to mask and maybe throw a first coat of etching primer down. Okay, now that's been drying for about 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. So Let's sand it back. I've got some 400 grit right here. Alrighty then, we are masked off, wiped down, and ready to hit with some primer. Now we'll get to see what it looks like as one color. So hopefully I did good and there's not too much more to touch up. And of course, respirator. Okay, so not too terrible. So what I'm seeing right here, ooh, that looks a little weird in the camera. It looks a lot better in person. I got some weird lighting going on. But I have a small chip right there that I'll have to touch up with the Bondo. Pinhole right there, a pinhole right there, pinhole there, a really shallow one there. But overall, and then that body line's not as crisp as I'd like it, but it's kind of there. But overall, it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty flat. I'm not trying to get this back to 100, like 110%, but you know, if it's about 90% and looks good from, you know, 5-10 feet away, I think I've done my job. I'm not a professional body man, and I just want this to be a good, reliable daily driver and not embarrass my fiance. So we'll let that dry. Then tomorrow I'm going to hit that with some filler primer. A couple coats of that. We'll block it off again, and then I'll probably fill those pinholes, but we'll block it off, and then we will hit it with some proper paint. Hopefully by then I'll have gone to the store and picked up some actual paint, and I'll use the spray gun. Okay, so got the car all masked off. Looking good. I've got my kind of temporary spray booth made with a bunch of drop cloths. It's about time to spray some paint. Got my respirator on, got the compressor fully filled. Just going to do a couple test swatches, and then we'll go. And the nervous part of me is well, nervous. Get my fan going. And let's give it a shot.
Alright, that's coat one. It actually doesn't look too bad. We'll let that flash off for about 5-10 minutes and continue on. Okay, round two. I have a fresher mask because I could smell the paint a little bit through my old one. This one's brand new, out of the package. And coat two. Well, I can see where I did a lumpy job. Hopefully I'll have some paint left over if I ever redo it. Doors are looking good at least. And I think the metal flake is laying down pretty good, so that's coat two. We'll do coat three, and then I think we'll call it. Okay, now we've got to wait a half hour. I'll clean the gun and we'll mix up and spray the clear. Okay, final step, some clear. Alright, that's all the clear I mixed up. 3 coats. Exactly. Super textured from that first pass. Not sure what I really screwed up there. I think it was the pressure. But with 3 coats, I should have enough material to do a crap ton of wet sanding. So it's at least it's an improvement. I wanted it to look like it did before the accident. I'm going to settle for better than the accident.
Okay, it's later in the day. Paint's mostly dry. Pretty wavy. Definitely read the instructions on the paint on the clear coat wrong. It's real bad up here, a lot of texture. But I guess I'll just have a lot of wet sanding to do. But now, since I did things out of order, I'm going to peel off the masking tape, and we're going to whatchamacallit, kind of paint in the door jambs. So yeah, still have this to take care of, so not too much. Just going to mask that off and then hit that with a little bit of paint. Okay, that's a quick little coat on the door jambs. I think that's really all I need. So I think that's about it. I'll let that dry for a little while, then I'll pull all the plastic off and the car will be done. Okay guys, next day, everything's all dry, so now to peel everything off and make it look like a car again. Okay, I don't think it looks too bad. There's obviously some spots where I have some issues. So, a little bit of overspray right there, but a little bit of acetone and some cleaning should take care of that. That's all covered by trim. I gotta put the trim back on. Oh, I got a little overspray on the, I don't know if you can see that, on the, whatchamacallit, weather stripping. But it looks like that's flaking off as I roll it around, so that's good. Obviously, there's a pretty obvious line right here. And, oh, yeah, there you go. There you can see it in the light. Where we've got the stock smooth and then the texture from the first round of clear coat. I think we'll probably be fine. I'll probably get Dan back here. Color correction and wet sanding and buffing is his specialty. That's what he did in the body shop. So we'll take care of that. Other than that, there's just still some dust in some places. Obviously, I didn't really do the quarter panel as best as I'd like. It looks so good, But I've got a bit of a low spot right here, low spot right here, some marks I didn't take care of. I missed a little bit of paint right there, it looks like. It's a little bit weird. And then obviously this body line, I could have done a better job. But overall, that was a pretty complicated compound corner. So overall, I think it looks pretty good. It definitely looks better than the accident. So that's kind of the bare minimum. But now all I gotta do is throw the trim back on it and tail light, kind of the opposite of what I did before, and it'll be ready. Oh, I got a little bit of overspray on that tire. Fortunately not on the wheel, but just a little of that corner on that tire, so that'll wear off eventually. But either way, I'm pleased. We have a car again. Just need to make sure everything's good with the title, and then we can drive her.